everybody, this is RC Central here, and today we're going to be looking at my Dirty G Trooper. I haven't had a video out in a while, and especially for this truck, it seems to have disappeared off the face of the channel, and that's for a very good reason indeed. And this truck got into a major crash, and I commented on it on its last running video. And it's really an interesting story, and I'll just explain it for you right now. I was recording the video, and that was awesome, and I finished the video, and my battery had a few more minutes of runtime in it. So I decided, heck, why not go drive it for a few more minutes, just have some extra fun off camera, doing whatever I want. And I expected it to last a few more minutes. Except the battery lasted a few more minutes, the truck did not. I went straight across that dirt field at 30 miles an hour, and I hit pretty much the only rabbit hole in the entire field, and the truck hit it at 30 miles an hour, and short course trucks have huge suspension, not enough to deal with a rabbit hole that fast, and it was sent maybe 10 feet into the air, 2.5 backflips. That half is really important, I'll tell you right now why, because it landed on its nose, particularly on the front left wheel, and it was totaled, completely totaled. The ESC was hanging out the bottom, the truck refused to move an inch, there was oil all over the ground from the shocks, and plastic bits and pieces, and the body was shattered, and it really sucks I didn't get that on camera, because that would have been amazing. I turned off the camera minutes before the crash happened, and as awesome as it was, and breathtaking, I've never seen a crash worse than that, except for an X01 crash. That's different. Those go 100 miles an hour. This is a 30 mile an hour car. It was amazing until I realized that what that meant was this truck's probably not going to be on a video for a very long time, and it hasn't since then. That video was quite a while ago, because after the crash I tried to fix it up a bit, but I really couldn't get around to it, and I had other things to do, and it sat on this dresser for just forever, not working and just sitting there. And I finally gotten around to starting to fix it up, and just remembering how much this car was wrecked from that. The front differential up here, this differential right here, completely stripped and mutilated and missing pieces. See, CVD thingy, no CVD thingy, it's gone. That was wrecked. That was totaled completely. The rear one was really messed up. It still halfway worked, but not really, so I didn't have the patience for it, and I was going to make it solid rear, lock differential in the back, so I just filled it with super glue and called it a day, and that worked. That rear differential is fixed. The front one I am replacing with a Traxxas T-Max E-Max differential. This is like a Revo spec one, and this is overkill for a truck like this. I'm not running 6S on it, but this is overkill, and so I never expect this to fail. And no, this is not for this truck, and you do have to modify it, and there is an amazing forum with an amazing guy who figured out how to get that thing to fit into that thing, and it's amazing of what he's done, because now people don't have to worry about strip diffs, and apparently those diffs strip out really easy. I didn't know, I never got the chance because the car was completely wrecked. Other than the differential, I had totaled my shocks. As you can see here, these are nice aluminum ones, but the stock ones were plastic, and they were bent and warped and leaking, and it was just a mess. And so I've gotten aluminum ones for that. They're installed. I'm putting in the differential. Tie rods were pretty mutilated, so I got some nice, really nice low-C stainless steel ones, and these are never going to break or bend. Hub carriers back here. The one on the other side was completely destroyed and cracked in pieces, and there's a broken bearing back there too. So I'm getting aluminum ones, same color as the shocks, so it all matches up. And so aluminum hub carriers in the back. And the body was mutilated and cracked, and I still have it. It is barely holding on. You can't see the cracks on camera, but I've got some tape everywhere, and The sides are all tweaked up, trying to get it fixed, but it's done. It's not working again. I will probably never put that on another truck again, so I opted in for a much tougher slash body, and it has some holes in it for FPV. I did a video on that explaining why those are there, so that'll be on there once the truck starts working. I've got the whole entire front suspension off. The truck is very, very modular. The 8 screws on the front, 8 screws on the back, and the front and back suspension come out completely, and they actually function perfectly fine as if they weren't out of the car and not connected to anything. And just the crash was horrible. The ESC is kind of on the top up here, zip tied down, because it was yanked out of the vehicle and the switch was broken. I had to solder it so it turns on when you plug in the battery. And I'm going to be getting a new ESC sometime in the future, probably a 75 amp Hobbywing waterproof ESC. That way we can go in the water once I plasti dip the receiver. And I will do a tutorial video on how to plasti dip the receiver and just generally all receivers so it's waterproof. And motors are basically waterproof unless it's a sensor, brushless. And LiPo batteries you stick inside like a waterproof balloon and zip tie it shut, and then just plasti dip or rubber coat the leads on the ends, and then you have a waterproof car. And so mostly that's what I'm going to be working on. Sorry there hasn't been a video out for this truck. It's completely mutilated into pieces, and I'm working on it, and I should have it up and running in the next week to 2 weeks. It depends on shipping for parts, because I've still got to order some. I only have half the ones that I need. I need new bulkheads and just pieces and aluminum hub carriers. I still have to order those and everything. A little side note on the Basher RZ4 Rally Racer. I did an introduction video on that not too long ago, and some of you might have noticed that the body is not stock for that in the video, because this, sorry about the audio for moving away from the camera, this is the stock body, and I got in a little tiny fender bender with the curb, not even that fast, very low speeds, and it's totaled and wrecked, and yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Over there you go, in the trash later today. So that's why it has a different body on it. It's slightly damaged. I have to order one more part, but it still works. And it's modified, and I'll be doing kind of a review video on it, but kind of halfway, because I've modified it and made it my own. It's not stock anymore because the stock car was not exactly functional. It's a belt-driven car, so it does not like rocks. But really, that's about it. This was just a quick update video on everything going around with the cars and stuff, and why this thingy over here hasn't been on a video in ages. So that'll be up and running soon. I will have an introduction video, not introduction, review video on that thing over there. It's over there. That's where the Basher whatever Z4 is. Over there, I will have a review video for that, probably just some more explanations on what I've done to it and modded it and made it better. I will probably explain where I'm getting the aluminum hub carriers for all of you Turnigy people who care about the Trooper, because they're not exactly designed for this car, except that they do still fit. I'll go more into that on a different video once that thing is up and running. I might even do an installation video on them just to show you how to do it. And really just expect more tips, videos, more reviews, more running videos, and when this thing when that thing gets back up and running, a huge slew of running videos, because I've been wanting to run that for so long, and it just sucks that it's all broken. But really, that's about it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This has been RC Central. Goodbye.